All right. Welcome in, everyone. I'm just running a little 2-minute ad break here just to knock out ads for the next hour since I'm going to be going over everything and what I got set up so far, just to avoid any of those pre rolls or random ads that show up 3 minutes after stream. It's going pretty good. Going pretty good. I am ready to show off all the things I got. I think that I'm in a good place here. Got a lot of spaghetti code, but it's organized, so that's good. How are you guys doing? Ryan, how are you? Granger, how are you? All right, so what I have here is part of a game. Doing pretty good, making some progress on getting things together. Nice. That's good. For your ship game or other things? All right. So I've got a map. I've got a little bit of game. I've actually been working on the art and everything. So this is kind of the screenshot overview of what I plan on the game to be looking like. And these are the animals. So I've got a shark, a dolphin, and a giant whale. And I've got the kraken, and then his individual tentacles that you have to hit in order for him to spawn. Got the enemy's ship and the assets. So we've got the coins here, we've got a treasure chest, we've got a legendary treasure chest, the flotsam, we've got the different balls that you can shoot. And then we've got all of the potions. These will be what's mixed into the game. Oh, your own projects. Okay, nice. Nice. Yeah, a lot of people are trying to set up stream stuff lately, so I've been getting some questions and I'm like, I don't know. I just set things up. I just followed some random tutorials and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Well, that's awesome. Getting ready to take your daughters to dinner. Oh, fancy. That sounds like a good time. I hope you enjoy your dinner. I just ate lunch, so I'm good until dinner. All right. So let me just pull up the game and show you what I've got so far. So we've got the ship that moves around, the little waves that I was working on this morning. I finally got something going, and I kind of need to change the random. I need to randomize what these things go through. Right now it's a little slow. I've got cannonballs with velocity transfer so that if I'm going down or up, it doesn't just stay on the ship, it actually goes out as projected. And the cannonballs get bigger and then smaller, like they're firing out. So just a little bit of juice to the effects. Got little islands out here. And then right now I'm working on abilities. So I've got this ability, I think I mentioned it, called Flip a Bitch, or the one that you set your anchor down and flip the other way. And that's implemented. So you're going this way and you're like, whoa, I need to go this way actually. So it keeps the momentum and just keeps you going, which is pretty cool. And then I'm working on a ramming effect where if you right click, it boosts you a little bit. So you can use that to ram into things. And unfortunately, it's kind of a nightmare. So if I just keep doing it, it works fine going the right way, but as soon as I go left, I just start boosting. So it's a little bit of a nightmare, but I'm getting the hang of it. Thanks. Mine's more figuring out the Twitch settings, what I shouldn't and should have set. Yeah, by default, it's not very intuitive. That's the issue I had too. I don't, like I said with the with the like moderation settings and all that. It's so annoying trying to figure everything out, like what's gonna work. But yeah, there we go. So we've got this is what I did for the water, and it is a nightmare working through this, but I'm figuring it out, I think. And it's a process, and I made it so there's collision on those really dark waters. But I believe these need to be changed. I wish I can do random, like a random duration. So I haven't really figured out some of that stuff yet. Hey, Yogi. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Sounds like you're having the kind of technical issues I'm suffering with. Who, me or Granger? Or all of us. We're just all, we don't know what to set the mod settings to. Did I build the map or did I generate it? Are you kidding me? You think I know how to generate maps? This is hand placed. Hey, Bear Like Lion, what's going on? No, this is all hand placed. I figured out how to use the different layer system. I'm not a huge. Oh, hey, there it is. I was gonna say I'm not a huge fan of this grid, but I don't know how to get rid of it. Boom. So yeah, there we go. Didn't know how frosty I was feeling. Honestly, getting the animated water, that's frosty enough for me. And the cool thing is because I did this with like 3 waves in it, it actually looks really good going sideways. So I wasn't really expecting that. Suffering with a lack of talent, whereas you're suffering with premature boosting. Well, no, that's not premature boosting. This is intended. I just don't know how to limit it. It's just going. But no, my lack of talent is actually right there. I don't have any skill in Godot. So this is me learning it. And as most things are when you're first learning, I have all of my code in one file. So I don't know how to change I don't know how to reference things. I do have the cannonball in a separate file, but the player's script has like everything in it. And I even learned how to pass in some references to be able to change out the cannonballs. So we got different cannonballs too. Should be able to use a clamp on the maths. That's what I'm trying to figure out. You're learning at it the best way, starting basic and small. Yeah, I didn't want to go too crazy. Like I've made games before. That's not a challenge. Making games is it's fine. It's easy, right? It's learning how the game engine wants you to make the game. Go back to analog where there's no game engine. You had to shoot with a Ferrari 458 and I goofed it properly. Angles are wrong, lighting was wrong, you named it, went wrong. No. No, not with a Ferrari. Dang, that sucks, dude. That is no bueno. This person has the issue I have. They're trying to maximize it and all this. That's not the right way. Okay, so you clamp velocity, you set your maximum positive. Okay, that actually seems pretty easy. Oh, whoa, we don't use that around here, Yogi. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's a word we're not going to be using around here, so sorry about that. Um Sorry, got to run due to breaking news. All right, Bear Like Lion, hope you take care of that. Hopefully it's nothing too crazy. All right. So you said if I go into the player script and I just take this velocity. So I'm lerping it right now. Can I clamp this the same? So right here, this is no bueno. So clamp. No, not clam. Clampo. All right, so there's the value. The minimum is, I think, negative, what do I call it? Velocity max. And then velocity max here. So that should work, yeah? And then let me clamp the other one. So that's move ship. And then I'm actually going to move the ramming underneath this since they're kind of in the same. Okay, so I'll do var new velocity. I'll just say ram velocity equals that. And then clamp ram velocity with velocity max. Velocity max. All right. So this should work, right? And I would do 0, but because we have negative, I think I need negative, right? Negative. Cannot convert argument 2 from int to vector. Oh. Hmm. So this one needs to be a vector? See, this is the struggle. This is the struggle. What does clamp return? Or what is it looking for? Just ints? Okay, it could be float. Okay, so it just needs to be a vector. But oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense. I'm just gonna turn it into it up here. So, well, that's not gonna work because it's gonna be -600, -600, or 600, 600. This is confusing. This is the math part of this is so confusing. Hey V, what's going on? Welcome in. How are you doing today? Yeah, see, this just doesn't make sense. So I need to. Couldn't you clamp it after the lerp to make sure it doesn't go above the max? Oh, instead of clamping the velocity, clamp inside of it? Might be able to do that. Bless you. So clamp it inside of here. We take this, add it here. Just fiddling with some OBS. See, Granger? Everybody's struggling with it. Got the test video, which looks better, and so far I prefer the first one, seeing in action, but I want to hear your opinions. Yeah, I'll have to check it out. I'll have to check it out. Can always look at it off screen. Yeah, okay, you got the OBS part down. I'm just saying the streamer setup in general. I still struggle with it. I tell you what, I think like a week or two into streaming, maybe even a month, people were still coming in and being like, yo, you have sub only chat on. Yo, you have follower only on. And I was like, yeah, well, I'm like, I wanted to make sure only followers, but like people don't want to follow until they know you're decent to watch and all this stuff. And I was like, that makes sense. So it's just nice getting feedback and stuff. And I'm glad people aren't afraid to like mention things. I was about to DM it to you, but I saw you were streaming. Oh, that's fine. Hey, Zai, welcome in. Yes, I'm working on the game. I've actually got some progress here. I'm trying to clamp the character's velocity right now. And once I get that going, I can preview it again. But this is basically, I've got like a little map here with the player's ship, and then I can fire cannonballs right now. It's pretty cool. So many accounts you have to set up right, like Nightbot, and you got to get your donation stuff set up, and you got to make sure the Twitch stuff is set up, and alerts, and are you going to use Streamlabs, and there's so much stuff. Luckily, I had a lot of it already set up when I started again, but I still had to go through everything and reset it up. I'm struggling so much switching to Godot. I am struggling too, but the more I use it, the more it makes sense. I was telling Stellar Frog yesterday, as I started building things, it started to be intuitive. Like I even started stream and I was like, this grid was on, and I was like, I don't really know how to turn this grid off. And as I said that, I saw this over here, and I was like, oh. So it's like, I feel like everything I think of, the engine covers it. And like right now, I'm like, I need to limit my max speed. And Granger's like, you can just clamp it. And so there's like people just clamping stuff instead of doing it the way I was planning on doing it. Cause like velocity is a new thing for me. I'm used to just point movement. It is a huge struggle, but I'm learning. All right, ship RAM. I think this might be right still. Let's see. Nope. Cannot convert argument 2 from int to vector 2. So how would I turn this? I mean, like I could do this maybe. Because it's still trying to get this, because direction is a vector. Oh my gosh. Vector 2, please. I can try this. Oh! I gotta do the same thing here. Hey, Pipin. Welcome in. Are you pirating, son? Can't hear but came to say hi. I'm not pirating. But I'm trying. There. Alright, let me try this. So it did seem to work, but I don't know if I'm going to be maxing anything out. Alright, let's do this. And I swear I put on wrapping, which is probably not good, but it's okay for now. I think it's not good. It's no good. I'll just scroll over and get that. And then we want to place that. All right, let's try it now. What is that emo? Finite pirate. Ah, it's not working. It's not clamping. Wait. Is that 600? I can't tell. I can't tell if that's 600. Whatever you're doing, it's fast. There's no way that was 400. Why is it? Trying to find anything and trying to get stuff to work since it's a little different than Unity or UE5. It is. Having a hard time with different way the hierarchy works, the node stuff, because you used to be able to add objects to the scene without the children. Yeah. I think the node system, think about it as layers. That's what I'm doing. I think about it as like Photoshop layers and groups. I don't know if that helps. But yeah, like I'm having that same struggle. Like what goes underneath a sprite node? Can I use node 2D for things, or should I be using node? I'm pretty sure like the camera cooldowns and stuff, where do those go? I actually found out that you can use these 2D markers, marker 2D, and then you can place them on whatever it is. So like I've got these two markers for where the cannonballs spawn. And then so you can reference those. So like there are things you're gonna have to learn that are a little bit different. But yeah, I'm seeing that too. Luckily I'm coming from Game Maker, which is a little bit easier. Balancing audio is a nightmare in anything, yeah. Even the professional movie producers can't seem to get it right. All right, let's do Godot, clamp, velocity. Oh, I see what they're doing. They're clamping specific values. All right, let's undo all this. I know what to do now. I know what to do. I know what to do. We just clamp the individual values. Yas, this is gonna work, right? Are you able to post links? Let me allow you. Permit bear like lion. You can go ahead. You got a minute to post it. I might make it so YouTube videos and stuff can be posted. That's actually not a terrible idea because I'm gonna need some help too. Yeah, Twitch links are fine for now, but yeah, I have to set this up. Probably just do www.youtube.com or youtube.com. That should work. Can I have somebody else want to test a YouTube link? And I'm trusting you guys with this. If there's any bad YouTube links, I'll disable it. You surprise me each time I pop in on you. Did you know about the one? I freaking love that emote. I made that just for us. And any follower gets that. Okay, yes, this will work. Sorry, you meant the X and Y values. It's okay, Granger. I figured it out with a little bit of debugging, a little bit of conceptualizing. And what's this Brachy's one? All right. All right, Mib. That's strike one. Oh, you got me. If you still have trouble after going through the tutorials, I'd love to help. Enjoy teaching. Okay, yeah. So this is a GD Quest one. That's a good. I've actually gone through this video to start learning as well. So that's a good one, Zai. Hey, two nerdy nerds. What's up, dude? How you doing? I'm just assuming it's you, Bernardo. I figure Celine would come in on her other account. So sorry for saying, dude. Hey, we got clamping. Everything's working. Look at this. It's working. All right. RAM speed. So velocity max. Oh, posture check. Thank you. Oh, and the hydrate. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Let's hydrate with some Batman. Oh, yeah. Tamagotchi time. GD Quest, how you started. Survival Scape. Nice. Nice. Everything's a TSN. Everything's a pack scene. Yes. Scenes. Think about scenes as like your main object. Think about like in Unity, how you have, hold on, the terms there. I don't remember. But hold on, the prefabs, yes. Think about a scene as a prefab. It's just a collection of those objects that can be placed in. So like anytime I go in and place a player, the player scene is going to have a camera, the ability cooldown, the cannon stuff, the sprites, all that. The water wave's looking good. Thank you. Hey, Granger continuing the sub. Well, thank you, Granger, for continuing your sub. I don't know why it didn't pop up a notification for that. That's so interesting. Why are they called scenes? Because everything is a scene. I guess. I don't know why they're called scenes. Should pop up when Granger's gifted sub runs out. Oh, okay, okay. That's actually pretty sick. Well, thank you for the continuation. I'm glad I can provide enough entertainment that we're starting to get some people for the second month. It's pretty awesome. This I feel like the song just keeps getting louder and louder. All right, we got clamp speeds. We've got turning around. We've got cannonballs that fire off. Didn't I just see you, nerds? You did. Now they're here. Trying very hard to wrap your head around the unique way stuff is named and done in Godot. That's the issue I'm having too. They name some stuff like kind of weird, but going through a course, Zai, just going through a course that explains the interface and everything as you build something really helps. And that's where I started. Obviously, I didn't start by even making this game. This is just where I'm at now. But I started with that Survivors one, and I'm still not even, I'm like halfway through it. But just learning the basics of the interface through that is what's helping me here. Just takes practice, knowing how to access the docs. Yep. Yeah, their docs are pretty good, but you gotta learn how to read them. That's the problem with me, is figuring out how to read them. And really, all I've used it for is to figure out what kind of stuff needs to go in there. And so, like, seeing that a variant can be the minimum maximum here, I was like, oh, I can use these values, but it didn't really give me a velocity, it didn't give me vectors. And so I saw down here that if for type safety, you can actually use vector2.clamp. And so then this can actually clamp the min and max of a vector. And I was like, oh, well, I guess that makes sense. But then I saw somebody else dealing with it here, just clamping the Y velocity. So it takes a little bit of digging, but once you kind of know what you're looking at, it helps a lot. Yeah, I feel like my previous knowledge isn't transferring all that well to this. I feel that, Zai. Changing to typed GD script, yeah. Yep. And I do that for most of these. I don't know what these are supposed to be. I'm assuming velocity is supposed to be a float, right? But I don't know too much about it, so I'm just kind of going. Uh, I'm trying to make it so I can clamp the velocity based on what you're doing. So I want to add the ship ramming and allow you to go over that maximum speed. Oh, you know what? Maybe it just needs to be this. And then when I'm going, yeah, see, I can't like ram anymore. Oh, yeah, I mean, that's actually, that kind of works. All right, so I don't need to do that. I just need to set this. We'll just do 800 for that. Okay. I'm not hearing you, but there's 76% chance that you just 76% chance saying that you know. I probably did actually. Rude. Yeah, I like GD script. I've never used Python, but it's getting to me now. Yeah, I'm not joining this game jam to win. You can say that I've joined it, but I'm really just here to figure stuff out. I'm just here to figure stuff out. It doesn't bother me that I may not even submit something. That's when I was doing the game jam for learn you a game jam. I was just there to do art. I didn't care if I made a game. Here, I don't care if I make a game. I want to learn the game engine. And giving myself a timeline for that is allowing me to focus a little bit and actually build a minimum viable product. And I've separated everything out here. So a lot of development. I finished a lot of the art assets. I only have like a few more things that I want to design. And then I might animate some of the stuff, but my focus isn't animation here. It's just to get a game. So I have to figure out how to add shark pathing, the whale spawning, dolphin spawning, how to load cannons with different abilities. I need to make a title screen and I need to add enemy ships and stuff. So by just getting some of this stuff, like I already feel pretty good. You don't want people to look at your jam games. No, you want people to. Hey! Infantani, welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you for the raid. I saw that you were working on your game too. How is it going? Full bond grip, full dob hit, and full pen blink. Thank you for the follow. Is that one person or is that 3 separate people? Hey, Fody, welcome in. Thank you, two nerdy nerds. I'm hoping I got this. It ain't easy being cheesy though. Just leverage UI art for placeholder. Oh, that's true. That is true. The UI stuff does kind of work, which reminds me, I gotta start building a title screen because I want to learn how to switch between screens. So here's my title screen. Full bong rip, full doob hit, full pen blink. Oh. Makes sense. It is one person. He likes doing that. That's pretty funny. Well, thank you for that. Yeah, I think just getting games out there is good. Just making something. Doesn't matter what it is. You can remake Pong 10 times in all the game engines. It ain't easy being cheesy, but it is easy being a goob. Yeah, it is. It really is. You just gotta be yourself. Solo dev can be lonely, but streaming it makes it feel a little bit less lonely. I'll give you that. You've been working on your Twitch overlay? Oh, that's what it was. Okay. All right. Well, have a great dinner, and thank you for dropping off your Raiders. I appreciate it, and I hope you have a good rest of your evening. Setting up the scenes in OBS. How to do a little screenshot. I can check DMs. Let me check. Oh, that's so cool. I like your avatar for that, V. I really do. I think the blue is a good choice. I like the speakers for the ears. It's really nice looking. Oh, you streamed? Doesn't let me click on your name. There we go. Oh, heck yeah. Well, I just dropped you a follow, dude. I didn't know you were, I don't know why I didn't know you streamed. Yeah, definitely if you're looking for people to help you or be part of stuff, joining like Discords, finding people who are like minds has been helping a lot. A lot of people out there have a lot of info that they're like, I don't know what to do with all this info. I gotta help somebody. All right, I don't know how to make a UI. So do a VBox, and then in the VBox I have HBox, or the other way around? I feel like it's this way. All right, what does this do? Oh, okay. Serves no purpose. Get out of here. You're way too scared to approach strangers. What do you mean, Zai? You're here. You're networking right now. Like you now have a list of people in the stream that you can ask questions to, and I'm sure everybody would love to help you out. The Godot Cafe Discord, I've never even been in there. Probably want to use margin container instead of container. Oh, that's the one I was looking for. Margin container. Okay. And then I can put those in there, right? There we go. Web terms. Margin containers are like divs. I like that. I like that. And then I'm assuming these are like flex boxes, right? HBox, VBox. So I'm going to need, all right, this margin container, we want to set this to full. And then VBox, we want to set this horizontal. We want it in the center. In vertical center. Flex boxes, hell yeah. Okay, and I do have what I want this title screen to kind of look like. Again, I don't know what the hell I'm doing here. So I'm probably going to add text. And then I'm going to add 2 menu buttons. And then I've got an options panel that I want to make. Right now I don't have any sounds in my game, so this is a last resort. But I want to use the text, so let me at least start with getting the title in there. Actually, let's start with getting a background in there. So the background is this blue color. All right, margin container. Theme? Oh, do I do a color rectangle? And then we do this. Oh, it's working. To get sounds in, most placeholder stuff, freesound.org. Come on, you know me. I'm gonna make my own sounds for it. It's easier to talk to people when they don't know who you are. That's true. That's true. I'm over here talking to a bunch of strangers. I don't know half of you. But I don't know what made me feel comfortable just doing this. So I guess we've got a win here. All right, let's do a label. Horizontal, center. Oh, oh, we have text on the screen. Okay, and I remember something about theming. Aha, theme overrides. Font. I've got a font somewhere over here. Assets, Poppins bold. Boom. I did learn how to do fonts a little bit. Boom. Biga. Perfect. Gooby jamming. I'm on that nerd shit. No, not yet. It's not here yet. We are strangers after all these years? I said half of you. I said half. And no, V. I don't know you. I just met you. That text looks alright. Okay. Alright. Calm down. This isn't a pun stream. I'm kidding, V. I'm kidding. I kid. This is crazy. So here's my Twitch handle. DM me maybe. That's too meta. That's pretty funny. All right. So what if I do this? Oh, oh. I'm gonna add a button though. We're gonna add a button. Ooh, what's a menu button? Oh, it brings up a pop-up menu. What's a link button? Interesting. Okay. Texture buttons, so you can do custom buttons. That's nice. Just gonna do a regular button though. Got talked into taking part in this jam and it's scary. As if you submit, they'll evaluate your game. You know, that's interesting to think about. I was thinking about, will they actually go through all the games? Probably not. I just feel like they're not going to go through all of them. So you'd be safe to just get something out there, and it doesn't matter what you build, just build something. It is scary every time somebody plays a game. It is. It really is. But here's the thing. You just do it. You just do it. You get out there, just like me. I made a website where I put all my games on here, and I was very scared. You want to see something even scarier? This game right here, you can play it on GXC. It was down for I don't know how long. I don't know how long this game was down, But what's scary about it is the fact that it has 20,000 plus plays. And I'm like, why? Who is playing this game where you eat your own poop? And it's scary, but until you just release it, you're going to keep feeling that. And now I'm like many games in, and who cares what people think about my games? Who cares? All I'm looking for is when people give me feedback, what is their takeaway? Did they run into bugs? Is there an issue with the core gameplay? Is it multiple people having the same problems? And that's kind of what you look at. You just look at the stats of it rather than are they going to enjoy it? Because if you enjoy your game, then who cares? Make the games that you want to play, and people that enjoy the same kind of games, they'll show up. I don't know how many people have played all these games, but I can tell you another one, this Quiet Quitter game. Look at this. I don't know who these people are, but people are playing it. Nobody's left like negative reviews, so I'm assuming they liked it. Some guy even made a video about it. That was terrifying. This is what the scariest part is, and it's happened. You just put your stuff out there, let people consume it, let them do it whatever they want to do with it, and then just keep making games. I failed so many times now that I'm more resistant to failure. Exactly. Every time you fail, learn from it. Don't take it as you failed. Take it as a learning opportunity. Gotta like your own game. Yeah, make your own game. Games are meant to be played, though. The game dev community is super understanding and welcoming. Exactly. Poop enjoyers. Never really made a game I enjoy because I'm terrible at coming up with ideas, so I'm just taking coders. Just a token coder. Oh, okay. Well, if you don't enjoy playing video games, maybe find somebody you care about that likes playing video games and make a game that they would enjoy. It'll give you some kind of purpose. I feel attacked. Make games you know, then release games you know, and play games you know. As long as you're making a game you want to play, you know. Uh, I had someone in chat ask me a question about game design that's stuck in your head lately. What's the question? Sorry you had to. That's fine. That's fine. You're gonna realize how many people say you know. It happens so often. You just haven't made a game that you find fun. Well, find a mechanic that you find to be fun and expand upon it. Like if you like the Survivors game style, make something Survivors like. Make it bunnies or that's all I got. It could be bugs, it could be anything. Let people consume you. Yep, yep. When you're fascinated by something, you want to fascinate the rest of us with it. Yeah, people who are interested in what they're doing are interesting. No, B, you have cursed the Twitch community. Anybody that follows me now has that emote they can just go use, and it's gonna make people aware that everyone says it so much. You've brought a curse, which is fine. I think it's great. Yeah, a city builder? Make a city builder. Start off with something where you make a building or come up with a mechanic that you lay the groundwork for a city or something. Just start creating like a grid builder and just start to get a feel for it. I mean, there's so many games out there that you can pull references from too, which is great. It's only natural, you know? As long as you don't taste like fish heads and banana sandwiches. Ugh, that cursed art today. No, Zai, you're not a terrible game designer. No, don't say that. Start with a mood board. Honestly, I like prototyping stuff to get me motivated. But when I start a game, this is what I do. I plan it out, like my idea. Usually, a game design document's a great way to do it. It doesn't have to be as in depth. Once you start working on the idea for that and you have something, start doing a concept. Once I make the title screen, I start feeling the game. I get an idea for it. I start playing it in my head. And yeah, this is a very simple game, but this screenshot started giving me ideas. And it just happens over time. Yeah, and speaking of the mood board thing, I mean, like, I don't know if you saw my game design document here, but I always pull together concepts from other games that are out there. This is an asset that's out there that I just kind of like the style of. This is some mobile game that I kind of liked the ships chasing, saw the debris floating, saw the parrots flying around. I thought it'd be cool to have them. Different cannon ideas to get me motivated, cannonballs. You just pull together concepts from everything that you kind of like, and then you start building from there. I mean, don't be afraid to take ideas from other people. That's what game design is. Just don't copy them. Make sure you take inspiration from them. Yeah, all of our favorite game ideas are remixes of games that we love. So you don't have to come up with something original every time you make a game. It doesn't have to be original. One skill you don't have. Design's not something you've ever been good at. I can make ideas come to life, but making them is hard. Right. But if you take what does hard mean? What does difficult mean? It's just a matter of time. Things become easier the more time you spend on them. There are things like lifting a boulder that might be really difficult or even impossible for people. But when you're tackling a task like design or art or anything like that, it's not a natural ability. It's something you train. Some people have an eye for it and can kind of see things or envision it. What does hard mean? I knew that was going to happen. But yeah, so you just practice. I don't know. I when I was starting art a couple of a couple of weeks ago or like a month ago at this point, I started terribly. Thank you for the 10 bits. I appreciate that. But you can go in here and you can see my progress. I had a blog up for my entire art process and I just practiced things. I made ugly things. I went through and I learned. I got books. I got tutorials and courses. I learned how to draw the basics. I didn't start by making characters. I started by making shapes and practicing doodles. And like if you see any of my streams, this is not working out so well. Most of the time, the beginning of the streams, this might be a bad example, but I start with drawing basic shapes. I start with drawing my lines and my curves and circles and then you just slowly start to build things up. And it wasn't great, but I just kept practicing. And that practice led to a completed game where I didn't mind the art so much. And it actually made it better for me because I made that and I felt pretty good about it. Yeah, and if you take your analysis part of it, like Pipe and saying, you just go through and you find games that you like and find mechanics that you like and start building the things that you see. And it usually goes well from there. And yeah, if you don't enjoy it, it's going to be difficult. It's going to be grueling. I do not like working in spreadsheets. So spreadsheets are difficult for me, but you take somebody who's an accountant, they're like, spreadsheets, hand that over. I got you. This is easy. There's literally 0 games that look like your game. Really? What do you mean? 0 games that look like mine? Oh, because I made the art. Oh. Oh, yeah. My old rickety hand over here made that art. That's crazy. That feels weird. Like, I didn't take assets from somebody and repurpose them. I just made them. Also, I'm trying to figure out how to change padding on this. How do I change padding on the button? I'm I'm dying over here. Text editor? No, no. Maybe it's this. No. I mean, yeah, I could technically. I can do this. I'm not gonna like the answer. Oh no. Please tell me I can, please. It's fine if I have to go into theming. Let's see. New theme. Button. All right, that's what I thought. That's fine. That's fine. This is I'm learning. I'm learning. I thought I saw something about buttons in here, but I don't like it. Actually, wait. Hold on. I've got a theme. Hold on. Hold on. Hold. Hey. All right. All right. So the button. I don't know what I'm doing from here. Manage items. Button. I don't know what I'm doing. All right. Bottom right, you have the button settings. Yeah, I see that. There's nothing in here though. Click the plus. Okay. Button. Ah. I'm gonna try to struggle to make something work in Godot. All right, Zai. Zai, thank you for hanging out and lurking. I appreciate that. And just start simple. Start by making a character move. That's what I did. And then it just kind of waterfalled from there. So enjoy it. And if you hate it, you don't have to force yourself to do it. But good luck. Enjoy it. Have fun with it. All right, now how do I get into adding padding? These are all the colors. You don't have a character for your jam? That's fine. Get a square to move around. You don't need anything complicated, I don't think. That's what I would start with, personally. There's a styles tab. We're blind here, so going with memory. That's awesome. All right, all right, all right. There's a styles tab. Styles flat box, normal, plus. New styles box, empty. Oh, okay, okay, okay. 10. Oh, we got it. We have liftoff. Thank you, two nerdy nerds. Thank you. Okay, drag and drop. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Focus on the mouse interactions. What happens when the mouse hovers over and clicks, and figure out how to use those inputs. Yeah, you got this. Sorry, I couldn't do grid movement, so grid movement was insane to me. I still can't figure it out for some reason. All right, sick. Okay, so now can I change the background color of this? What's this? The texture. Okay, okay. So if I wanted to do a background color, I would have to do style box flat. Oh, okay. And then I would change this. All right, so let's do 20, 10, 20, 10. Hell yeah. Background color. Let's go grab that color that oh. All right. I didn't even have a color. This is awkward. That's funny. All right. So border, none. Wait, what? That's a border? That's so weird. Okay. Oh, this is the border width. My bad. They moved them on me. Nope. Still not that. Still not that one. It's this one down here. You say your border width really high. Yeah, I'm figuring it out. I'm figuring it out. All right. So then we don't really want a border. I'm just gonna leave that. And then I need to get this color here. I wish there was a color palette manager. I wish I can have like global colors. All right, where's my text color? Okay, so that's the button background. Default font. Okay. All right, BG color. Got it. Border, border, corners. That's cool. I don't need to expand the map margins. I don't need a shadow. Anti-aliasing is fine. Okay. Font color. I guess, is there not a default for the button? All right, we're doing a Google search. Godot for theme, button, text color. I'm looking to change the default button text color. Like I can change the background, but I mean, I don't like I saw the themes override here. Right here. So I can see the themes override, but I just figured it would let me set a font color is the text color. Right, but I don't see it in the button. Oh. Oh, I see. No, you're right. You're right. So it's not in the box style, it is the font. But what is this then? No, there's definitely a default. Yeah, I figured it out. I figured it out. And that was a good call. That was on you. So then I could change that, and then the hover color. That's pretty sick. Okay. So then if let's do button start, let's duplicate button quit, right? All right, and I actually need to change this to a VBox container. VBox. Ayo. Wait. It's kept HBox container. Menu container. Let's do logo container. It doesn't change the name. I know, right? It's weird as hell. Title container. I know this overnaming it is probably ridiculous, but it's gonna help me remember things. All right, and then we want to do some margins between them. Good trolling. Just good trolling you. I love the smirk emote. Where is it? Where is... I swear, separation. Aha. 40. Okay, that's too much. 20. Perfect. And then this. Where, where is it? I just had it. Container. It's in theme overrides. Separation. Perfect. 60. 800. Nice. Look at this. Oh, this is going great. Let's quit game. Quit game. Not with a space. Okay. And then how can I play from this scene? Cool. Hey, we've got a menu. That was so much easier. I know it took a long time, but it was so much easier than doing it in Game Maker. And it's so much more dynamic. CSS master over here. Yeah, dude. Once I figured out that it like some of these are just like web design stuff, I'm like, this is easy. This is so easy. But it's not. It's taken me a long time to figure it out. Okay. We got a title, we got buttons. I want to make these unique accessible for when I add the script. And then I'm not even really going to worry about the options menu. Let me go ahead and just finish styling these buttons. Do you understand why I could never go back to Game Maker after seeing that? Yeah. Unfortunately, Game Maker has been so comfortable for me that it's made it so hard to switch game engines. But I'm already enjoying Godot a lot. Probably a lot more than Game Maker. But nothing beats Game Maker Studio 1.2. Game Maker Studio 1.2 just felt right. I don't know what it was. But yeah, the UI stuff and being able to modify this instantly is just crazy to me. I'm nerding out with how cool it is. Also, that hover color was very close to the colors that I wanted to use. Very close. Time to try League's new game mode? What? What? Wait, what? Swarm? Oh my gosh. Oh, damn you, Bernardo. I'm gonna have to go try this out, dude. Rip Game Jam, exactly. Oh. Hell yeah. I loved TFT. I loved League of Legends. I don't like the community, but a Survivor style league? Oh. Oh. I gotta try that probably tonight. Well, enjoy whether you're lurking or leaving. Thank you for hanging out. And thank you for your help. No swarm until you get some progress done. All right, that's fair. I won't. All right, so we got that. And then I think the Text color is here as well. Font hover color. We're gonna want to do this light color. Oops. We'll keep them on track. Yeah. Yeah, you will. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do if I just blur everything and go play it? How will you know? How will you know? I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that. Hover color. I love the customization here in the theme. This is nice. I'm dipping in and out, just really vibing with trying to set stuff up. No, you're good. You're good. Hey, we're all working here. This is a co-working stream. This is a co-working stream. What the hell? All right, Ryan. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Enjoy your dinner. Don't eat too much. Yeah, a co-working stream on a Sunday. It's where we all tackle our hobbies together. I feel like it's a good time. I'm having a good time. What is that? Focus color. Okay. Focus color. Perfect. And then hover press. The emotional violins making me feel something bad is about to happen. Oh, I'm sorry. This is a good song. I love this music. I chose something different today because I was gonna be coding and working on stuff. Dang it. All right. Okay. Now I need to go to my project settings. And we're gonna set the default to title. All right. And then I'm gonna add a script. Empty. The viewer knows something's the viewer knows something bad's gonna happen. No. It's terrifying. My code's not gonna crash. Let's rename this to game title. Okay. We got some on ready vars up here. And then, all right. I think I learned something with nodes. I can do button pressed. I can double click on this, connect it. On button press, start. Nice. How do I get the scenes changed? Let's do a scene change. There we go. That's not right. It works? Zai. Amazing. What works? What did you get working? I love the enthusiasm when you came back saying it works. I got excited. You got the very basic drag and drop. Very nice. Heck yeah. So you're matching the mouse's position. Things are moving. Are you building a card game? As long as it's doing the thing you want it to do, that's what matters. Oh, my game works. I go from the title screen to the game, it works. I'm making a game where you're selling potions to secret society members. Ooh. So you went with the secret society as the shadows. I like that. It's really good, but it's like, just imagine like we have two characters. Character A tells character B that character C will be unalived. And the scene switches to character C with the violin starting. His car starting, going to his car, and the car goes boom. The violin hits that crescendo, and boom, shakalaka. We got our emotional violin. Yeah, I love this emotional music though. It's basically a shop. I love that, Zai. That's fine. I think that's a great intro to Godot. It's just frustrating enough. The mechanics are just enough to get you into it and help you learn stuff. I like that. And honestly, after using the title screen, like doing my title screen margin containers and stuff, I almost wish I was doing a card game. Like, this velocity and physics stuff is just something else for me. I made a cookie clicker style game, and I think that's probably my favorite game that I've made. And it's just clicking. It's just clicking. All right. That is great. This is great. Now, how do I end? All right. Godot. Quit game. Get tree quit. Okay. Probably don't even need to reference these buttons. Pressed. Get tree. Dot quit. Quit. Hey, we got a title screen. My first ever title screen menu in Godot. Remember controller support. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Controller support, it may not happen. It may not happen. I'm sorry. I think that there might be a way to easily map this. Let me see. Okay. I'm gonna be real. It might be easy. It might actually be easy. Okay? I will try, but I can't guarantee it. At long last, my guests are gone. Pain has his socks. Pipe is free. I know you meant to say Pipe has a sock, but Pain has a sock is pretty funny. Now you can hear. I didn't say you know once, all right? Everybody here can vouch for it. Never said a word of you know. Been very tame. All right, if I want to add a label, you know? Game by average. Game studio. Oh, that's not the move tool. And then we're gonna do version. Hey yo, saw the typo, wanted to fix it, and I was like, you know, that's accurate. Trying to wrap my brain around the whole scenes are prefabs so badly. Yeah, once you do that though, once you get that, and understand that, that is basically the whole game engine I've seen. Once you can figure out how these work together and how you can access them in like main scenes, it starts to make a lot more sense. Granted, I still don't understand everything, but I have been able to figure out you can reference them, not easily, but you can reference things and you can pull these in. So like anything that's on the tree can be accessed. And then going back in the tree is the hard part. So I haven't like right here. So getting the children of the ship's sprite. So if I go to the player, I have sprites and that's labeled up here. Ship sprites is sprites. So I'm referencing something from the tree and then I can access it in code. So like understanding that connection and then the fact that this entire player is a prefab that I can drop into the main scene. So if I go here and I hit Control Shift A, I can instantiate a child scene. And so I'm creating a reference of the player. And so I can add another player in here. So now there's two, and you can see the player has the camera, the player has the sprites, the player has, if you zoom in, the player has that marker 2D that I've added to it. So it's got everything that I've added. And then if I go change, if I change the player's scene, everything that I change here will update on the other screen. So that's what I'm going to do for enemies. I'll have one main enemy scene, and then when I instantiate the enemy scene throughout the game, any changes that I make to the enemy will apply to all enemies. So it's complicated, but I'm starting to get the understanding of it, I think. It's event-driven programming, so every object on the scene can be referenced and listened to in the events. Yeah. Which I like. I like a lot being able to pick this up and just work through it. Like in the title scene, if I needed to reference settings for the button, technically I can do that. But I can just set it as a variable and then I can just reference button quit. So it's actually kind of cool. Thank you for the posture check. Thank you for the hydrate. Everybody else that can hear this, make sure you hydrate up and posture check. It's been about an hour. Oh, thank you for that, V. Not gonna lie, I forgot. I forgot to drink water. This thing's still like 3/4 of the way full. All right, we got a title screen. Game by Average Game Studio. I'm just gonna say bye. It doesn't need to say game. Everybody knows this is a game. Child of container gets their position and determined only by their parent. The hell? What does it even mean? Yeah, Bear Like Lion, I figured it out. All on my own. Two nerdy nerds didn't help one bit. I'm just kidding. It's all thanks to two nerdy nerds. But the fact that these containers actually act like a website was very easy. Cucumber water. I like pickles. Does that count as eating cucumbers? Getting a tile screen is huge. Yeah, this is a lot easier than what do you call it? Game Maker. In Game Maker, I would have had to export these as images, and then I would have had to do two versions of them, export those, import them as a sprite, and change their sprite indexes. Instead, I just coded all of this, and it's so much easier to work with. Nature's energy drink. See, the difference is all of our cucumbers in the US are stripped of all their nutrients. If you've ever had a cucumber in the US, they just taste like styrofoam. Not all of them. I know, it is so sad. All the vegetables and fruit that I've gotten lately have kind of sucked. Not gonna lie. I've been eating some carrots that are pretty good though. Styro pickles. Gross. All right. How to add sound effects. Recording. All right, don't mind me. I'm just gonna be making some sound effects. Our start menus look so similar. I mean, it is the most basic title screen you could ever imagine. So it's got the title, it's got the buttons. I wouldn't be surprised if everybody's looked like this at this point, but I'm sure yours has options, which I'm trying to figure out. Oh, that sound broken. 230. Okay. That's a good sound. I know you guys can't hear it. Here, let's do eh? It's the hover. That's the hover sound. All right, I'm gonna blur this because I don't know what it's gonna show when I try to export this. Do I use waves or MP3s for sounds? You should be a sound designer. Nah, not me. Use OGG? Can I export as OGG? I can. Are they smaller files? Let me see. Pirate Jam, assets, sound effects. Smallest file you found? Sure is. 6 kilobytes. Create a new folder. SFX. Menu click OGG. Thank you for the recommendation. MP3 doesn't have the same editor capabilities. OGG is tiny. You can edit in the engine. Okay, yeah. So I'm used to using waves and MP3s mostly, but I've used OGGs for websites, so that makes sense. V, nah, I couldn't. Ugh. All right, how to get sound in game. Godot, how to add sound effects. Less than 1 minute. I like that. Audio stream player. Oh, let's add an audio stream 2D. So here's the thing. I've got to set this up on a bus so that we can adjust the sound effects too. Just saying. Just saying. Click on audio in the bottom. Okay, thank you. Okay, I'm gonna say this, and you can clip it for the future use if you want. I like backseat coders. If you're gonna help me though, please, please tell me what it is that you want me to click on, what it's gonna do, and maybe a why if you can. So, what you're saying, add a bus, click the audio, make a new bus. That's helpful. So thank you. But just for future people, I do want to let you know, I don't mind asking for like helping me out. But when it's like hit control A, alt, F2, F4, and that's all you give me, I'm not gonna do it. My next thing is gonna be, what does it do? So yeah, if you're gonna have me do something or you're trying to help, all I ask is that you just provide a little bit of context because I am trying to learn and I learn better by doing. So I'm totally on board for doing things. But yes, all right. So click on the audio in the bottom debugger. Yo, and make a new bus. Add a bus. Yo, let me call it SFX. Yo, is this right? Did I do it? Does Godot have labels for objects? Like this? Like adding a label? Yeah. It does have like control labels if that's what you mean, or do you mean like you want to name something for the admin? I think it's down here. So when you click on an item, if you scroll all the way to the bottom, it should have editor description. And I think you can use that to label things for the game dev if you need to reference something later. If that's what you mean. Otherwise, the actual literal labels. A way that you can make the code check if it's the correct object. Yeah. So I think, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong, if you need to make a reference to that object from your scene tree, all you do is somebody taught me this, you can drag it, and as you're dragging, hold control. Maybe you don't have to hold control. Yeah, you do. So you can either hold control and then it'll create this ready variable for you. So now I can reference copyright and I can say like func ready, and I can say if copyright equals null to like return or whatever. So it'll like exit out of this if it's null. Or you can reference it directly, and that's by a $, and then it's gonna be copyright. So it's just whatever your label's name is. And then if you want it to be unique, so maybe you have a bunch of them in here, you can right click it and go to access as a unique name. And then, so you'll see here that it's using a $, so it's assuming the tree. And I can show you here. This is just something I've learned recently. So you can see the copyright is outside of the scene tree, but if I drag in like the color rectangle, it'll reference it as a path. And so to get it out of that path, I think you just got sent behind ads. Dang it, the ads, it didn't tell me, it didn't warn me. I can continue this when you're back. Oh, you didn't get any? All right, cool. So it'll reference it as a path, but if you want like this color rectangle, so like I'm just gonna rename this for the sake of it. So if I want to name this background color, the chosen one. Exactly. All right. So let me just drag this in here so you can see that it references it as a path. But if I unique name it, I just right clicked and add it as a unique name. Now if I drag this onto the scene, holding control, so it creates the onReady variable, but you can see now it's just a % background color. It's a direct reference to it instead of referencing this whole path. So there's a couple ways you can do that, but I recommend putting a unique name. That way you can reference it easier. And then I can actually change this. So like if I wanted to do background color dot color, I can probably do a hashtag here. So let's do just black. This is my guess. I don't know if I can actually do this. Okay, I don't know what the color is. What can I change it to? I don't know. So I can look up the symbol. And color. Okay, so it looks like I have to use RGBA. All right, so it shouldn't be this blue color anymore. I don't know how to change it. But you get the idea. Like, I can reference it through this. Otherwise, I would have to reference it if I didn't assign it to a variable. Then I would reference it like this because it's a unique name. Or if I needed to reference the like title container, I would have to see how it starts putting like the path on here. So I had to figure out which title container I want. And then I could go change something. So yeah, it's really cool to reference things, but I I don't really know too many uses outside of just using it to check for nulls or instantiating other variables or other objects. I'm off to stream my last stream before launch. Have a good day and rest of your stream. Thank you, Bear Like Lion. I appreciate that. Good luck with your stream and good luck getting some dev done, dude. I look forward to seeing the game tomorrow. Thanks for the clip. Your talk went a bit over a minute, so I had to make do. Well, you can just clip like a part of it. It didn't have to be the whole thing. I know, I can get long-winded. I miss Unity labels. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like that a little bit. Kinda. It's better than Game Maker. All I'm seeing is everything's better than Game Maker. Use Godot groups. I don't know what Godot groups are. But what I do know is we've got this audio that I want to play. What are Godot groups? Groups. Oh, here we go, Zai. Here we go. Groups in Godot works like tags in other software. You can add a node to as many groups as you want. Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. So you go to whatever it is, whatever container label. So like maybe I want these buttons to be in a group. You go to, so where it says inspector, you go to node and then you go to groups. And then you can add it here. So if you need to reference a group of things, you can just go here and then you can reference it across your scripts. So like I can do like menu buttons, right? And then I can do like var test equals menu buttons. I don't know. But yeah, that should help you. That should get you where you need to go. Groups. I don't know how to use them, but I've seen them referenced in my survivors course. But here you go. Let me just share that with you. Also, let me enable this so that people can share docs in stream as well. That should be good. Also, I think all subscribers should be able to post links now too. I believe. So yeah, I think I made it so all subscribers can post links. Yeah, that's sick. Okay, so you can use the groups. Group editor window appears. Nodes in the group. So you got different spawners, for instance. And then, okay, so you just add these to groups. Get tree call groups. So you would say all guards enter alert mode. That's kind of sick. Instead of referencing a single instance, you would just reference guards as a group. Okay. That's going to help with the enemy ships, I think. I can rickroll some more. No, you can't. I even polka my butt. What's I even? Also, I listened to that Finnish comedian talk about the English language. It was pretty funny. 11 polka. So that's how they're used. Yeah, this makes sense. This makes sense. So you'd use these to get all the groups, all the guards in the group, for instance. All the spawners, all the characters. So you can manage groups from scripts, which is nice. In the fictional example, scene call group to alert all enemies that the player was spotted. So get tree call group, it sends them all in alert mode. Yeah, that's exactly what it does. Put all the guards in the goob. All right. I said group. Oh, Ivan Polka. Sorry. Capital L, am I right? Can we, please, for the love of God, can we make the capital I and L, lowercase l, all that stuff look different, please? Can we just change that for good everywhere? That's insane that we'd still have this letter issue. Like, you don't know what I just typed there. Did I say L or E or li, or did I say li? You'll never know. 1996. I freaking heard this song before. That's why people call you Palpin. Exactly. Haplin. I've heard the Hatsune Miku version. That song bops. So does Rickroll. I don't know how you hate those songs. They're so good. All right. Anyways, back to buses. So I created an SFX bus. Master. Okay, so it's playing on the master channel? Oh, okay, so it's gonna have its own. So we're gonna add one for music. Okay, and then you can play this on the SFX. Okay. And these are referenced as floats for the DBs. Hell yeah. All right, let's go back to this audio player. Let's go ahead and add this into the stream. And then whenever this button is hovered, button start, button mouse entered. Okay. Then we do make a reference to this. Let's call this button hover sound. And then I'm going to make this unique because I can. Well, it's at the top. It doesn't matter. Okay. So then I do whatever this guy says next. Oh, you just do play. Oh! All right. Listen. It works! I hate it only because I show it to people and people go, "Oh, that's the Hatsune Miku song." You're like, "No, it's a Finnish song." Yeah. Yeah, I feel that. Do you see that little tail down there? What are you doing? I had a tail for a second. Okay, the real question is... Well, let me add it to this other one too. Button quit. Entered. Button hover sound play. Boom! Wasn't it popularized by a scene in Bleach? I've never seen Bleach. Nice, the sounds work. What if I stop it before playing it? Is that a thing? Is stopping it before playing it a thing? Because I would normally do that in Game Maker to make sure it's not double playing. Actually sounds pretty good. Probably doesn't matter. I'm gonna test it out anyways. Sounds like it stops it. That's good. Motorized flies. That's funny. Motorcycles with the muffler cut off. Yeah, not quite a fly. Okay, this is sick. So I can just put my sounds up there and have the sounds. That's really cool. So what I want to do next is add a control. What are these things? Slider? An H slider? Okay. Because remember, we're trying to make this next. Trying to make this next. All right, these are going to be in their own container. So maybe I need to make another margin container. And get out of there. Put that in there. No, put that in there. We'll car this the options container. And this is the... Oh, this is the entire scene container. Okay. Title, scene container. But this is going to be a separate scene, so it's going to be underneath it. All right, let's set this up to be... Yeah? You having fun learning? No, it looks pretty good. And you're learning, that's what's up. Stellar Frog is learning Blender, people. She got her donut going. The donut with icing. I haven't heard a real life motorized fly. I've never heard of a motorized fly. I'm having a hard time trying to figure out how to get the system to work. That's okay. The struggle is going to help you learn it better. That's okay. Zai, at this point, you've been going for probably almost an hour, if not more than that. Maybe you need a little bit of a break. Maybe go take a little pump chump around the house. AKA a walk, just a quick walk. We've deemed pump chump and walking. V says they're proud of you. She says, thank you. Oh yeah, it's like 11 p.m. for you too. That probably has a little bit to play into it. But I mean, honestly, the pump chump around the house does help. So there is that. Having a hard time wording my Google searches to get what you want for Godot. Oh my god, me too. Holy cow, Zai. The amount of times I've Googled and re-Googled things trying to actually get the search is insane. I don't know if like you've seen my research tab every time I pull this open. It is insane making a bullet move. Is there a more elegant way to do this? That's the question. How did I get here? How did I get to this question that helped me answer my question? I don't know. My Godot 4 theme button text colors. I've searched the docs for things and could not find them. Like I was searching for like how to add an impulse, which I still haven't found. Pump and chump around the house, inside the house, in the middle of our house. Our house. I'm like, I know how to do this in Unity, but how can I do it in Godot? Yeah, I'm like, I can do this in Game Maker, but what are the words? No, I totally get it. That's one of the hardest things I'm having issues with. That's why I was like, when I stream, hopefully somebody that knows Godot will hang out and just answer all the questions. But also taking a course kind of helps. So I'm probably gonna have to continue with that. Like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm having fun right now. Slider and grabber area. I'll worry about theming that later. How do I add a title to this? What? Tick count? I don't know what all this stuff is. Oh. Oh, that's right, that's right. Somebody, I think Captain Onosa gave me a stream resource for this. Creating volume sliders. Yeah. I'm like, why would I would make it in a way where I would set a function where I can make a collider, and if it's not in the correct label, it destroy it and give point if it's not. Okay, yeah, right. So for stuff like that, it has a built-in collider engine, and I still haven't totally figured it out either. But basically, what you want to do is you're gonna create like a collision shape, and then you're gonna have whatever that collision shape is. So like mine's a rectangle for this, and then you actually have to set it up on I think your character. So like whatever your collision shape is under, you need to set the main one to check collisions, and then it's going to exist on a layer. So like the player is going to exist in the player layer, but it's going to check for collisions on effects. But like I don't really understand this part either. I don't know what the real difference between layer and mask is. I think that's what it is. Like it exists on layer 2, but it checks for collisions on layer 4. However, I didn't set it up to check for collisions on tiles, but it's working. Why is it so complicated? I don't know. I don't know. It's so complicated. You would think that somebody, if this is open source, you would think that somebody would come in here and uncomplicate all of this, make it less developer and more user friendly. Yeah, collision layers. But it's like set up by default, and I'm using a function, which kind of it irritates me. And I mean, I could make my own functions, I'm sure, but this is it. This move and slide is the collision function. I didn't have to write any collision code. I don't get it. Now flip a B, I made that one right there. I made that code. But yeah, like some of these functions are just like they're part of it. How would you know that this is part of it? They also have move and collide. which is another thing. Found this about mask versus layers. Thank you. Let me go ahead and pop that open here. So necessary cookies, there we go. Okay, so collision mask is for choosing what layer should be collided. So let's assume we set collision layer and mask layer. This is the thing. Can somebody visualize this, please? So player node, collision layer is on the first bit mask layer. Also, bit masks, another very complicated thing. I don't understand, but I just learned about them. So the collision layer is on the first layer. This doesn't help. It's on the second and third. The enemy node is on collision layer second, but its mask layer is on 1. Okay, so the player is on layer 1 for its collisions, but its masks are on the second and third. Okay. The collision layer is on the second, but its mask is only on the first. So that means, I'm going to say it from here, because the enemy's looking for collisions on layer 1, it's going to collide with the player. The object node collision layer is on the third one, so the player is looking to collide with second and third, but it exists on the first one. And this object collision's mask, sorry, not collision, just the object node's mask is looking at 1. So player mask 2 is equal to enemy layer 2. Player mask 3 is equal to object layer 3. So the player can be collided with the enemy and the object. So second and third means that it can collide with these because they're existing on them. But the enemy nodes don't collide with each other because they exist on the second one and they're looking for collisions on first. So all the enemies will not collide with each other because it's not looking for 2. This makes sense. It's worded very weirdly, but let me tell you, it's also worded just like this. If you hover over this, it says object A can detect contact with object B only if object B is in any of the layers that object A scans. Where did scan come from? Who's talking about scanning? Yeah, it's very confusing. This is what happens when you have open source stuff though. You have to kind of rely on the community translating it. Oh, do we have a puppers? Get it. Go get it. What are you doing? She knows she's on camera now. What I want to say is, Goo was actually explaining it well. Yeah, it's just, it basically, so the layers is where your item exists, and the mask is where it checks for the collisions. I think that's as simple as you can get it. Player lives, and you can rename these. So this is how you can fix this too. If you go to project settings, general, and then you scroll down to layer names, and then 2D physics. Name these. Okay? Name them. So I named layer 1 is tiles, layer 2 is player, layer 3 is enemy, layer 4 is effects. So I want the player to exist on the player layer. I want enemies to exist on the enemy layer. Tiles will exist on the tile layer. The player will check. Its mask will be the enemy and the effects. Probably just the enemy, to be honest. The enemy will check for the player and the effects, so that if the effects hit the enemy, it affects them. If the enemy runs into the player, there's a collision. So it's like you can name those, and they give you 32 layers to work with, which is nice. But naming them really helps. Yeah, definitely too tired to try to figure this out. That's fine. I get that. Yeah, I think that having a fresh mind, and that's why I'm streaming early. I decided to make my Sunday streams early so that I can dedicate some real mental capacity to this. But yeah, if you just simplify it, layer is where you exist, mask is where you check. But then what are the floor layers and wall layers? What are I can't take it. I can't. All right. I don't understand. I think I can do, let's do a H box. And then let's do a V box and let's put the slider in there. Let's duplicate it. Let's duplicate it again. And then, okay, we can center it or we can do that. Hold on, maybe I don't need to put these in. Oh yeah, I do need them because I need to put labels in there. I just don't work well alone, and having something like this stream to co-work on is nice and very needed. Ah, yeah, I agree. And having everyone there in chat holding me accountable and like checking out, also helping me on stuff is really nice too. I get that. I love having a stream of while I'm working, even if I'm not like fully engaged or paying attention. We need a primary volume slider. Also, I'm not a huge fan of like calling things master, like a master slider. So if you see me renaming things, that's probably why. Uh, honestly, fair enough. Rocket scientists say this is so simple. It's not like it is in Godot's collision. Yeah. I enjoy background noise. Me too. And like music doesn't always do that for me, so it's nice to have a stream up with somebody who's also struggling. Go have lunch, had breakfast like 5 minutes ago. I guess just wouldn't leave. Alright, thanks for the lurk, Python. Enjoy your food. Hey, Zai, getting that function is huge, and just having that there is good. So I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you for not giving up. Yeah, as long as you feel like you made progress and something's happening, it's worth it. How do I center all these? All right, Zai, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. I hope you get some well-needed rest. Yeah, I would say drink some water, but if it's right before bed, careful. Drink some water, take a little break, cool down a little bit, and then have a good rest of your night. I'll see you on the flip side. Hmm. How do I center these? Okay, maybe I don't set this, and then I set this one. That didn't work. Okay, what about now? Aha! Let's do like 750. Thanks, I appreciate it. Yeah, you still have like a week and a half to build stuff. I think it'll be fine. Okay, and then this one I want to fill. No! No. H box, container, center, and stretch items. Yeah, if you can check to make sure it's the correct object dropped in that place, you should be good. If you're checking, if you're doing like a shop game and stuff. So I think just working one mechanic at a time. That's all I'm trying to focus on. My goal for stream was to really just get a title screen going. And now I'm learning how to do audio and stuff. So it's good progress. Just one thing at a time. It's so tough though. Grid containers. Okay, I might actually need a box container. Good night, Zai. Thanks for hanging out. I don't know why this isn't like 100%ing over here. I guess I can just do that. And then I can center this, I think. How do I center all the items? What the heck? Okay, I should be able to do this and then center all the container contents. Okay, I did it. Holy cow. All right, and then do I have margins? There we go. Margin bottom. Let's do 20. 20 just to keep it there. Let's just do 20 all around. What be happening? I'm just trying to get these options centered and changed over here. I think I got it. This menu, like I want to make it pop up, so I don't know. It may just be this, to be honest. I may not do anything past just having them here, but we shall see. All right, so this is the primary Mass Effects and music. Just playing with their toys back there. You notice me looking at her. All right, I'm gonna watch this little video on how to add volume sliders and let's see what he says. Oh, okay. I'm gonna make sure they're on the correct bus. Hey, yo. Okay. Okay. 0 to 1, 0.01. I probably should have had these all set up first. Okay, 0 to 1, 0.001. Okay. Let's add export var, bus name. Wow, that took me back for a second. This is gonna be a string. Okay, and then we need to add a bus index. I'm just gonna bring this over to another screen. This one. Whoops. What? I don't like these generic names for things. Ugh, I don't know what value changed is. Just remembered I'm gonna need new layouts for my streams. Where could I get those? Well, I don't really use layouts anymore, so I haven't made any in a really long time. But I could, if you wanted to, I could hook you up with some. We can discuss that offline if you'd like. Otherwise, I'd probably just point you in the direction of like Envato Elements or Streamlabs or something. They've got tons of layouts that you could probably use these days. It's so much more vast than it was like 10 years ago. They have so many things out there now. And honestly, some of the animated stuff I could not do. Not right away, but like I have no experience in all that. Either gonna be you or your partner. Yeah, well, we can talk about it. We can see what you need. I think he's setting up a generic function for everything here. He never talks about where value changed even comes from. Oh. No, does not reference it. This is why I hate tutorials. Courses I can do. Tutorials just make no freaking sense. Oh, hello? Yeah, like what are all these? I watched the whole video. Oh, I see. He put I see. So he put a script specifically on this. Okay. And then he did all of these. Where'd it go? Before I forget, when I do start streaming, I'd appreciate if you just called me Bun Bun or one of the characters. Two of the bunnies, just a privacy thing. Off stream is whatever, but like, you know, a little paranoid, yada yada. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I'll call you Bun Bun. I don't mind. Thank you for asking and letting me know and informing me. I don't mind. Yeah, no, I appreciate it. Just like I prefer, you can call me Goob, call me Josh, you can call me Average Goob. Anything past that, well, we've gone over that. Everybody trying to come up with all the names for me. That was funny. No, that still doesn't make any sense. Oh, it actually worked. Wait. Joshua Gooberton the fourth. All right. I am not a ton of goobs. It didn't work. What's the error I'm getting? It's out of bounds. Timeout. Timeout. Everything's out of bounds. Bus size 3? So many errors. All right. Let's see what I did wrong. Zero to 1. 0.001. I select the right bus. Oh, do I have to set the bus name? I'm assuming I need to go in here and put the bus name in here. It works. Ah, it works. All right, let me pause that. Let you hear that. All right, we got full sound effect volume here. All right. Okay, and then we bring down the volume. It works. Oh my god. I've never set up anything like this. Nothing ever. Love it. All right. Easy peasy. Who's next? All right, let's do a script for this. Primary slider. See, this is where I'm like, I kind of just want this to work for everything, but do I have to have a script for every single one of these? Like, that seems kind of crazy, am I right? This is like a very generic script. But now this works on that one. I would say master, because that's what they make me call it. Can't change it. Value is already declared property. What? Yeah, I know that. I'm setting value equal to something, bruh. Oh, I see. We'll call it new value. See, this is using other people's scripts. All right. So then that should work too. Don't even have to do anything. This one is master, and then this one is music. Make a script for music. Boom. Save it. I think it's called music. Perfect. Okay. Oh, geez. These ones need to be tied up a little bit. Tightened up a little bit. Don't forget to set these. Max value of 1, 0.01. Okay. Hey, we've got the sliders. Everything's working. Gotta give attention to the goblin. No, you're good. You're good. I'm just messing with my volume sliders. Everything's working. So I can set them to a value. I want these to be set lower. Okay, wait. So this technically should work on master now too. Yeah, it works. Oh yeah. Okay. But what if I don't want them to be on 100% right away? All right. Just to show, I did learn it from this little tutorial. He so he when he put it on the volume slider, I didn't think about changing where the script was, so I thought it was just supposed to be on the parent one. I'm learning. Godot audio bus set default levels. Um, no thanks. Okay. Rounded. Still trigger value changed. So if I set this one to 0.5, didn't set it by default. So it gets their volume from the bus. What if I set this to this? What does that do? Okay, cool. That actually worked. All right. Wow. This is crazy. All right, let's decorate the title screen a little bit. Let's do, I'm just gonna add like a Node 2D controller here. And then I need this to be above the background color. And then I need to add sprite 2D. And I want it to be, oh, I didn't save the shadows of things. Well, that doesn't make much sense. Look at that. I can put a chest on the screen. All right, but that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to put some of the shadows on the screen. Cute little chest. Thank you. I have them somewhere. Game assets. Shadows. Mwahaha. Mwahaha. Biggest assets you've ever seen. All right, how big do I want the Kraken to be? That way all 3 cannons can hit it. That's pretty good. And then I also have a shark, a whale, and a dolphin. Shark. That seems pretty good. Dolphin. That seems pretty good. Maybe I'll make it 1 tile. There we go. That's a great white, by the way. And then the whale, we definitely want it to take up probably as much room as the Kraken does here. So, like that. I mean, a whale would be much bigger than that shark, but that's okay. This is just, I want to make sure it covers the ship. So you want to fully avoid this bad boy. You probably have to use your ram ability to get away from it. All right, let's move these into their own group. Get them out of there. Okay, enemy, shadows. So I'm actually going to have to separate these tentacles out. So this will be enemy. We'll do boss, Kraken. And then I got to separate these all out. All right. Boss, A tent, 1. You probably can't see what I'm typing, but I'm in the layers panel. Whoops. There we go. And then this will be shark.png, dolphin.png. I probably should put enemy in front of that. And then whale.png. All right. So I should be able to import all those now. Let's go over to sprites. And let's drag them all in there. Coolio. So now, boom, it's changed. I'm not going to put him in there, actually. Let's just do the tentacle. Okay. And then let's get a shark. And Dolphin. How do I flip this guy? Whoa. And then let's get a whale. Something like that. All right, let's see what that looks like just for funsies. Look at that. Oh, what are you doing back there, Sophie? What are you doing? Get, get, get. All right, we've done it. Does this look like the title screen? Hey, it kind of does. Oh, what I can do? Okay, so let me hide the background color. Hear me out. Let me add a tile map. And let me throw in the tile map for this. Okay, I don't know if this is gonna work. I don't know if this is gonna work. All right, we got the tile map. Let's load up our tiles. Default bus layout. Uh, uh, what's it called? Wait, do I not have a tile set saved? I don't want to have to copy this. How do I add tile sets? Reuse tile sets. What the heck? Godot reuse tile sets. Okay, hold on. I go into main, go over to tile set, save as, assets, tiles, main tiles maybe. Okay. And then let's go back to the title screen and instantiate. Nope. Add a tile map. Put this up here and then drag these in. Hey, we learning today. So everything should be set up. Let me just make sure. Yep. We learning today. Okay, now how do I add this to it? Nice. All right, so I will have to set the layers up still. That's okay. Where's my layers? Custom data layers? Oh, no, never mind. Right here. This is water. And this is water detail. And then this is island. Okay. And then we set up. Oh, what is going on? Yo, Granger. Thank you for the hydrate. I appreciate you. Dude, time just gets away from me. Let me tell you. And a posture check. Thank you. Oh, dang, my butt hurts. Oh, thank you for the posture check. Appreciate that, Bun Bun. All right. Let's add a little bit of light water. Let's add a little, probably do like an island over here. Very cool. And then some extra deep water where this kraken is. Oh, that's what that is. That's dark water. I don't know. It's starting to look a little weird. Let me just do the dark water over here. Oh, that's what's wrong. I'm like, this water just seems like it's already the deepest color it can be. Because it was. All right, and then we take this wherever the kraken arms are. Boom. And I know it's blocky, but who cares? Who cares? All right then. Let's get some waves on there. I know I just put the islands in here. Who cares as well? I don't know if you can see those outside ones. All right, let's see what that looks like. That's pretty cool. I mean, it's kind of chaotic now, but that's not bad. I love this left tentacle just perfectly aligned in there. That's pretty nice. Also, I feel like the dolphins and all that should be under the water layer, but I don't even think that's going to be a possibility. So I'm not too worried about it. That's pretty cool though. All right, let's see what we got. All right. So I know I didn't work on the ship too much, but we figured out the clamp on the velocity. We can flip the ship around. We're just cruising. I fixed the camera so it's not as annoying. Should be able to navigate the entire map. I'm also going to I'm going to make some trees and stuff to go along here. So I might work on that tomorrow's stream maybe. But this ain't bad. I'm going to have to add cooldowns and like timers to these abilities. For the ram ability. And then the cannon firing, I can just fire a ton of them. But not bad, not bad. And then just make sure the quit button still works. Heck yeah. Or we've already set up like a custom theme that we're starting to work with. We've got like button defaults. We'll probably style these up a little bit too. But this is good. This is good so far. I'm enjoying what I've got. Let's see. Probably move these. What would be cool is if I can align them in the editor here. We got grid snapping. Okay. What's that look like? All right. We've got ourselves a little game going on. This is my first time ever doing something like this in Godot, and this is a lot of fun. Getting a title screen going, getting buttons working. I have like a little game loop here with no gameplay. Not bad. So I've still got a lot to work on, but we can go back to our game dev stuff over here. And look at this title screen. Done. That feels good. That feels great. I love the editor. This is coming along pretty good. I'm enjoying like the different things that I can do with it. I feel like I'm making progress mentally while working on this, and it just feels good. Like it just feels good. Hey, thanks. I appreciate that. Looking awesome. You did a lot. I'm proud. Oh, thank you guys. Thank you so much. Oh. Let's see. Okay, maybe I can get a timer added. Let me get a timer added to the player here. First of all, let me close out of all this stuff. We don't need all that. What we do need is the player to be open, and I need to add a timer. What does ability cooldown even do? Nothing. This is cannon cooldown timer. I'm just going to call them what they are. This is going to be RAM cooldown timer. They got me into naming these things super long. All right. So we want to set some variables up here. This is going to be the RAM on cooldown equals false. We'll do cannon on cooldown equals false. And you're like, but Josh, I thought you were going to do type safe. I'll try. Okay. And then we want to reference these. So I'm going to actually make these unique just in case. Probably not a big deal since where they're located. And we're going to drag them and create on ready variables so I can reference them. And then I'm going to do the cannon first on timeout. We want to say, I already forgot what I called it. We're going to say cannon on cooldown equals false. And then whenever I shoot the cannons, let's go ahead and just throw it. Cannon on cooldown equals true. That's a lie. I'm going to put it at the end. And the reason being is I want to check to make sure I can do this. So if cannons button pressed, then we want to do if cannon on cooldown equals true, then we are going to return out of this function, so we don't even run it. Otherwise, we run it, cannon on cooldown, and cannon cooldown timer dot start. Did I do this right? I don't know. Did anybody ask me that question? No. All right, we return there, and then we just set these up. I think this actually needs to be indented here. This needs to be part of this. This is why I hate the tabs method. I'd rather see that it's in there, but I guess this works. All right, and then can I reset this? Canon cooldown timer dot. Stop, maybe? All right, let's try it. Oh, it works. It's not firing the top cannon, though. That means the shoot cannon's bottom is going first. Am I going to have to set 2 of them? I have to create 2 variables? That doesn't make sense. I'd have to run these all at the same time. So I've been separating the cannons out because they have different locations. I don't know what to do there. I guess just have 2 different ones and then I can separate them out later, which is annoying. All right. Then we do top. And then we do bottom. I'm probably over convoluting these things, which is also convoluting the word convoluting, but that's fine. Okay, that way these can run independently and they're not going to fight for who's who. Okay. Look at that. We've got cooldowns for the cannon, so you can't just rapid fire them. Nice. All right, we need to duplicate this timer. This is going to be flip a B cooldown timer. And then we also need to make a reference to that. And it's already set. Nice, it kept that setting. Okay, and then we do var flip a B. We'll just call it flip. On cooldown, bool equals false. And then we're going to do the same thing for this one. Do a timeout function. And then we do flip on cooldown equals false and flip cooldown timer dot stop. Okay. And then where is the flip? We need to do if flip on cooldown equals true, return. And then we want to flip on cooldown equals true. Okay, now we shouldn't be able to flip around. Easy, easy. I broke it immediately. Okay, so it's false. when we flip, make sure I've got this separated out right. Okay. Oh, I never started the timer. Flip. Cooldown timer dot start. Okay. We get going, we're like, boom, we're going fast, and we reverse, and we're like, no, we need to turn around, but we can. Only after a second. So much saving that I need to do to get to that damn glasses redeem. Good. Good. Otherwise, you'd be seeing me code like this. Yeah, like that. Right there. This would be very difficult to code. I don't remember what size it was at now. Like a front end desk old lady. That's exactly what it's like. It's like me without glasses. All right. The RAM cooldown. RAM cooldown. No. RAM on cooldown equals true. Return. Then we do RAM on cooldown equals true. And then we do RAM cooldown timer dot start. And then we're actually going to hook into this RAM cooldown timer. And we're going to go RAM cooldown timer dot stop. But we're also going to do RAM on cooldown equals false. All right, so we shouldn't be able to spam it. All right, so it looks like we've got everything working. So I can boost with right click, and you can see that it only goes every once in a while. And then I can flip around, but I can't do it all the time. There we go. We got cooldown timers working. Now I just have to figure out how to make visuals for those, i.e. interface and HUD, and how to connect into those signals and timers and all that jazz. So that'll be another thing. But as far as that goes, we've got the boost, or the RAM, I guess. And then we can flip around and go the other direction. We have these cooldowns on timers now. Everything's working. Okay. Oh. Oh, Sophie's hungry. All right, and I know it's not realistic, but you can make your boat go down up or down vertically and stuff. So it's not super realistic, but this is my game, okay? I was gonna do a fully top-down one, but it just didn't seem as fun. This seems like a challenge. And we're gonna have an auto-firing cannon off the back. I forgot I have to code that too. So we'll be firing shots off the back. Bam! And I'll have to make a little splash. Sophie's barking. I'll have to make little splashes. But it looks like we've got everything pretty good here. This is I'm excited. What's this? Missing connected method on SFX slider change. Oh, okay. I gotta change all these. Okay. I forgot to add the autocannon. Who's making this game? Oh, right, me. I got called out. It's definitely me. Oh, primary slider is not unique. And then music slider needs to be unique as well. I got ahead of myself with this. I would have eventually ran into this issue, but I'm glad I saw the error. Oh. Okay. So this is on value change. Ready. What am I missing? Hey, Mars. What's going on? I might have already fixed this. How are you doing today? We got ourselves a little ship game going on. I'll have to work with what cooldown timers and stuff I want, but this is actually turning out pretty good. I added animated water today as well. We got a little bit of animation there. Just for some flair. I don't see... This is on value change. I don't think this matters. Oh, it's connected to the title screen. No? Weird. Beat Godric this morning. Playing a little Medieval Dynasty. Ship looks good. Hey, good job on beating Godric, dude. That is the hardest boss to face first ever. Alright, I disconnected that signal. Hopefully it didn't break anything. Nice. Zoomies, what is this? That is so funny. Just the silent running. Alright, I'm just gonna go ahead and change this by default. Let's do... Alright, let's make the RAM... Oh, are you okay? Sophie, why'd you scratch mom? You were attacked. Sophie. Naughty. Alright, let's give the RAM a 5-second. Let's give the cannon 1 second. That's fine. Flip a B. That's gonna be a 10-second cooldown. Alright. That RAM did nothing. I gotta increase the RAM. Wow, look how long my code is. I've got 183 lines with a lot of spaces. All of a sudden you're getting Spanish ads on Twitch? What the heck? Is your locale set to like something Spanish related? That's interesting. That's so random. I've never had a Spanish. Oh, I've never had ads, but I've never had a Spanish ad. You'd think RAM speed would be good enough. What if I didn't multiply it by delta? Hey, that's a RAM speed. Why did it send me backwards? You're in Texas? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why it did that then. That is really random. Why is it sending me backwards? Why is it only sending me to the right now? No, no, no. Speed's not 0. You're looking at the the Y vector. No, 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 no. That second number is the top and bottom. Why is it sending me backwards? Is multiplying it by delta, there's no freaking way it's doing anything. Oh my gosh, why is multiplying it by delta? What does this have to do with anything? What the heck? Reverses the music picked up speed. Who doesn't love this song? I need to get the direction. No! You're not into classical? I mean, let's be real, all that lo-fi stuff is just classical music. Do you not like that? I was just playing classical music. Just because I was doing a lot of coding today, and I felt like it was gonna help me. It's really good for focus. But yeah, if you're not into classical music at all, it's a nightmare. But that's why I have it low. I don't know if it's really low on stream or anything. But I try to keep it low so that if you wanted to listen to something else, you can. Also, I fixed it. I just had to get my direction of medicine ads. Oh, okay. You don't mind if I'm playing it. You just don't listen to it in your own time. Yeah, I'm gonna be real. I used to listen to classical all the time, almost exclusively. But now my playlist consists of um like Lil Nas X, NF, Post Malone, Vault Boy, Imagine Dragons, Stellar, Halsey, Connor, AO and TO. I listen to so many things now. I even got into country rap a little bit. Don't touch my truck. You know that song? By Badlands? I did. I used to listen to EDM and what's the other one? I have so many things. Yeah, my old playlist is still on here. Where is it? I don't know where it's at. I have so many playlists. Radith Dart Stream, Hollywood Undead, Icon for Hire, Trapped, Cell Dweller, Evanescence, 3 Days Grace, 90% country. Yeah, I've got a country station that I listen to as well. I used to hate country though. I grew up with a lot of country around me and didn't enjoy it. But now I'll listen to anything. I'll listen to anything. Yeah. Dubstep was the other one. EDM dubstep. A true Texan. Exactly. Ain't nothing wrong with that. How do I pass the direction? Wouldn't it just be velocity? I don't even need to use direction, right? Oh, jeez. Teleported me. I also have a 4x4 lifted. Yeah. Oh, yeah, exactly. I can't imagine you listening to K-pop in your lifted truck. But let me tell you, there are some bangers with K-pop. Friggin' got introduced to it this year. Not mad. Not mad at all. But I feel like it's culturally different. If he doesn't own a flannel, I'd be disappointed. Sorry, if they don't own a flannel. I don't know your pronouns. I'm sorry. All right, all my cooldowns seem to be working. My flipping works. My cannons fire. And I can actually introduce upgrades by reducing the cooldown. So maybe I do like 4 seconds, 20 seconds on this, and the RAM cooldown for 10. Just do 5 for this then. All right, cool. No flannel? No. Oh, you didn't grow up on a farm or ranch. Okay. I grew up in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, I used to hunt, used to camp, used to fish, used to hike all the time, all that stuff. Good times. Used to ride ATVs, four-wheelers, three-wheelers, snowmobiles. Used to go boating. I've done all that stuff, man. It was a good time, but I'm changed now. I rather sit back here and write some code, make video games, make websites. I grew up in a very small town. All right. That is going to do it for me today, everyone. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for witnessing the craziness that we call a video game. And I think we got a lot done. I'm definitely on track to have a video game for the end of the jam, and I've got some art to work on and stuff, but lots of mechanics, boss fights, all that deal. But I feel pretty good about this. So we're gonna go raid one of our own. Bear Like Lion has been so generous to pop in and hang out, and he is working out the final bits of his game that he's releasing tomorrow. So let's go ahead and show him some love, hang out there. Looks like he is actually working in Godot as well. So you will see some very familiar things. But thank you for hanging out. I will be live again tomorrow. Make sure you check out my stream schedule because I'm going to try to stick to it. And I will see you tomorrow. Thanks again for hanging out. Thank you for all your support. Bun Bun, thank you for being here. Mars, thank you. I know you showed up late, but thanks for hanging out. Granger, I appreciate you, man. I will catch you all tomorrow.